Well, howdy. So today's racing was pretty fun, all things considered. Didn't get to watch the Monaco Grand Prix. Just kind of like followed it, sort of. Not really. I actually was at my brother's, so didn't have cable, so that wasn't a big deal. Honestly, didn't really miss much. Just Lewis Hamilton being Lewis Hamilton, which is cool by me because I like him. So although I get shit for that because I'm just like, oh, you're just a bandwagoner. It's like, dude, I've liked him since he was at McLaren. Go fuck off. So it just turns out he's pretty good, Just saying, he's just pretty good. It's like, just kicking ass, taking names, that's how it goes. And him and Nico had a good rivalry going there, as teammates. And then Nico was like, "Fuck this, I'm done." He retired, so don't get mad at him. That's on Nico for wanting to retire so early. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, so he won. Verstappen got penalized for some bullshit. Fucking hate shit like that. Uh, Not Bottas. It was Verstappen got penalized. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, Verstappen was penalized for getting into Bottas. Apparently, I didn't see the highlights. I only just saw the finish of it. They were showing it on TV a little bit, and I was watching it, and I was like, "Oh, this was about typical Monaco. Yeah, nobody could pass because it's so tight there. It's a cool track. It's just you can't pass. It's a cool looking track, I guess you could say. It's cool like vistas and shit, but you can't pass worth a damn. Um, so yeah. Anyway, after that was the big one, the greatest spectacle in racing. It doesn't look like a spectacle. It's a rectangle. Oh, never mind. The Indy 500. I listened to it on the radio because IMS can IMS and black out the race like they always do, which is kind of dumb. I wish I'd just show it here. Why the fuck not? Anyway, they uh, they had to listen to it on the radio. Ray Burcrest was great, as always is. It's amazing. So I was apparently not missing much with the NBC coverage. According to a lot of people on Twitter who were watching it, they were kind of disappointed. NBC kept having commercials left and right and missing action here and there. It looked like they missed a good shot of the big wreck. They only got like the in-car camera of Bourdais and Graham Rahal getting together, but that kind of sucked because I like Bourdais. So my boy Colton, me and my boy, best bud, and all that, yeah, got his autograph and everything last Sunday, and then I was like, and it looked like he was pretty good in practice. I was like, oh yeah, he can have a shot at winning today, yeah. Immediately, lap 4 has a gearbox failure and ends up going out of the race. His first car out of the race. Oh, this is fun. But the race got it was still pretty good. It was a great finish. Pagano didn't. He earned that race. Like he didn't dominate. He dominated, but he earned the finish. He had to pass Rossi, and Rossi was all over him trying to get back by, and Takuma Sato was up there. I don't know where the heck he came from. He just was like, I'm going to win now. Bye. And he got that's my terrible Sato impression. Then he's gonna anyway. But yeah, but that car looked cool. Had a cool livery. Marco Andretti did absolutely nothing. Um, I swear, man, I'm starting to feel like our Marco is a little overrated now. I mean, I felt bad for him because he's got the Andretti name, but he's slowly but surely turned into Kyle Petty. He pretty much is now Kyle Petty. He's just I mean, like at least Michael could win races and won championships. He didn't win a 500, but at least he was competitive and won championships and almost won some 500s. Fucking Marco hasn't done shit since like 2010 or whenever he won that race at Iowa. I can't remember how long ago that was. It was like 5, 6 years ago. It was a lot, and that was on like strategy. It was like tire strategy or something. So like legitimately him winning a race was like his rookie year at like Long Beach, I think, or something like that. I don't remember what year. I remember what track. It might have been St. Pete. I don't remember, but yeah, he that was the last time he won a race. It was like legit, like a win where he had the field be like. People were saying Rossi was overrated. Like, dude, at least he's got like an average finish at the Brickyard of like fourth before this race. It's probably gone up to like third because of his second place finish or somewhere around there. It's like dude finishes like his worst finish in the 500 his whole career so far has been seventh. That's pretty good odds for the 500 because this race will kick the ass of people who've run here like you saw what happened with Elio. Like fucking, I felt bad for Elio. That was so much bullshit. That's one thing I hate about IndyCar. NASCAR does this too, but it's really bad in IndyCar. When there's a problem on pit road, they penalize the guy, even though he's technically already been penalized with a bad pit stop, like or with damage. Like freaking Elio, like he barely made any contact with Davis. It was mostly Davison's fault, and he immediately he's already a lap down because he has to fix the damn wing. And then they, we gotta make another passenger penalty there and put him 2 laps down. He basically had no shot. He actually had a fast car because he got back to being just 1 lap down and was like the fastest of the 1 lap down cars. He was like 18th, the first car 1 lap down. So if there had been like a lucky dog or another chance for him to use a wave around, he probably could have got back on the lead lap and at least finished in the top 10. Because all the other Penske cars were in the top 5. Like all the Penske cars were pretty damn good today. So it really sucks. And I hope this isn't his last race at Indy. That would really fucking suck. I'd feel bad if that's the way it went down. Him just fucking getting screwed over on pit road because of stupidity. There's another incident that happened. It was I think it was a couple years ago. This was at the Phoenix race where Bourdais was dominating the race. Had a great car. And he ran over something in the pit. I don't know if it was one of his crew members or he ran over a piece of equipment. And he ended up having like a really bad pit stop and he lost the lead. He was like outside the top 10 because of how bad the pit stop. It was a bad pit stop. And they freaking penalized him for running over equipment and put him a lap down on top of that. And he was basically out of the race after that. I was like, dude, there was no reason for that shit. I get pit road safety and all, but it kind of fixes itself. If a guy makes a mistake and he fucking, goes a lap down because of it, you don't need to put him another goddamn lap down because of it. It's stupid. I hate that. At least NASCAR, when they penalize a guy, if it's under caution, it doesn't completely kill their race. It's only really under green when it really kind of kills it. And even then, they still have the opportunity to get a lap back or whatever, with the wave around and the lucky dog. You don't have that in IndyCar. So that just seems totally unnecessary to me. That's why it's aggravating, because at least in NASCAR, you got a chance to come back with a good car. Like, Elio had a pretty good car, and he couldn't do shit with it because he was 2 laps down most of the race. But anyway, that's another tangent. I haven't even talked about Simon winning. Well, I've only talked about it a little bit, but yeah, happy for him. I love that livery. That was one of the cars I picked up when I was at the Speedway last Sunday. I freaking love that car. I was like, I have to get. It was one of the first cars I bought. I think I bought that and the Tony Kanaan and Elio cars because they were all like, well, I had to get Elio because I love that car too. So, and I got Tony because he's my bae. My second bae now, so Colton. So yeah, and they didn't have Colton's cars, unfortunately. I would have gotten one of his, but I don't know why Greenlight didn't have his car ready. You better have it ready next year because if I'm hoping to go back, I'm gonna get that 88 car. one of them, all of them. I don't care. But anyway, so yeah. Trying to think of anything else that comes to mind. Freaking Pippa, man, the 16th place finish with the team she's with. That was pretty impressive. Ferrucci got a top 10. That was pretty impressive. Best rookie run. I think he was rookie of the race pretty much, mostly because the other rookies had, Colton didn't even have a race, and then the other ones wrecked out. I think like Kyle Kaiser wrecked out. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So let's go to the Coke 600. Coke 600 was actually pretty decent. It was a pretty good race. I was really really happy when Brad was leading and dominating early on. That was pretty fun. Well, he wasn't really dominating, but he was leading a good bit of the race. I was like, yay, this could be a good race. Alex Bowman was up there at one point. Him and Bowman were racing for the lead. I'm like, yay, I'm cool with this. Immediately, as soon as this third stage started, it went to shit. Brad lost all his track position. Bowman lost track position. Everybody lost all their track position. and it was just Truex and Busch just fucking jerking off the rest of the field and dominating the race. And I'm just like, oh boy, more of this shit. And then it got worse because then Logano came out of nowhere late to be like, oh, hey, I want to win this too. You know, and it's like, dude, you haven't even been that good all day. What the fuck? And he ends up being the best finishing Penske car, even though the 2 and the 12 had way better cars most of the day. Friggin' 12 had a shot at winning it, and then his had a freaking something break on his car late that cost him. Uh, can Brian Blaney just have some fucking luck today or this year, dude? Like, he has no luck this year. He could either run up front. This happened last year too, before he won the Roval. He would run up front, have great cars that could win, and then something stupid would happen, like he'd get wrecked, or somebody put him in the, like, you know what happened in Bristol last year where he got wrecked, or he'd have a bad pit stop, or something stupid would happen to take him out of the finish, and it was really dumb. Ugh, I hate that. But yeah, so there's some good stories though in there. Like Chris Buescher bounced his car off the wall early in the race. He ended up sixth. That was awesome. Corey LaJoie got 12th with freaking Go Fast. Like, that's nobody talked about that. I'm like, dude, Corey got top 12. He finished better than like most of the big teams. Like he finished ahead of Ryan Blaney. Like, dude, that's a good day for that team. That's like their best finish ever, I think. Uh, I'm trying to think. Like, it's at least on a mile and a half, I would assume. At least definitely at Charlotte, for sure. That's definitely Corey's. I think it's his best finish ever. That's awesome. I feel happy to see Corey actually doing good in that car because he was doing shit last year in the 72. That just goes to show you how shit TriStar was. They couldn't fucking get a car out there that could actually finish the race. That's why he finished last so much because it kept blowing up every freaking race. Had like no sponsorship every time he went out. Most of the time, he was bringing in sponsorship. So, anyway, so yeah, Truex won with a beat up car. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Truex, but better him than Logano or Kyle Busch or anybody anybody else that was up there. I would have been cool with Stenhouse getting it. I was really hoping that somehow Ryan Newman or David Reagan would just cause a huge ass wreck and just kill everybody behind them, and like some of my guys would get through, or maybe we have a crazy finish at the end with just the guys that hadn't run up front all day. That would have been pretty cool, but now. Anyway, yeah. So at least Truex won. It was the best of the 4 or 5 that were up there that I didn't give a shit about. So anyway, yeah, he won. That was cool, I guess. And that race wind diecast would be cool. It's got all that damage on it. It'd be like Jeff Gordon when he won that Phoenix race. That was a cool race wind diecast. I want to get that if I could ever find it. It's probably gonna be hard to find now because Jeff Gordon's shit just sells. Even when he's retired, it sells out. So, yay for me. This is what happens when you choose the life of a Jeff Gordon fan. It's hard to get fucking race wind diecast for him. I don't think I have a single one. Anyway, so yeah, that was the Memorial Day triple header. Honestly, pretty good racing in the Indy 500. It wasn't the 2013 race, but I need to say that race was just god because that was Tony Kanaan finally getting a win, and everybody, it was like freaking a Talladega tandem race at Indianapolis. It was amazing. But we can't have that every year. Like, that's just impossible. You can't have that every year. So I'm actually okay. This is honestly better than last year. Last year there was like nobody could catch Will Power or Ed Carpenter. At least this year there was some competition, between Pagenaud and Rossi and Takuma there at the end. Like, that shit was exciting. Again, happy for the Menards car. It's in Victory Lane. That's a cool ass looking paint scheme. I love it. Yeah, so on to next week. Hope and pray to God Colton Herta can fucking finish the race, because when he finishes the race, he actually wins. So maybe he'll win next week at one of the Detroit races. I don't know why there's a doubleheader. We're going to Pocono, which will be a doubleheader for NASCAR next year. And maybe Blaney could actually fucking win a race for once with Penske. That's not stupid. That would be pretty great. Probably not. It's gonna probably be stupid. Probably be like a rain race or something, or like the 2012 race that one year when everybody died in front of Jeff Gordon and he won the race. That was pretty great. I still love that race. I remember watching it. I'm like, how? Why? Anyway, I gotta go. This is like 15 fucking minutes. Holy shit. And a lot of cursing. I'm sorry. To quote Val Kilmer from Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. To the people from the Midwest, sorry we said fuck a lot. Bye.